I'm Ty. This has been the Kitchen Table Talk.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly.
Hi, hello, good morning, everyone. We just finished dropping off the girls, and I am making my anti-inflammatory tea: turmeric, ginger, lemon juice, hot water, and honey. So I am still getting over. I tested negative for COVID a few days ago, but I still have a nasty cough and a little bit of phlegm. So I am trying to get rid of that. And as you can tell, I sound very congested. So I'm still getting over like the cold part. So this stuff, oh, today I made it really good. Usually turmeric is not the most tastiest thing, but it's good for your inflammatory system. The girls started karate yesterday. My daughter was starting her class with another girl who was the same age and in the same grade. They went to different schools, but they were both starting for the first time yesterday. I got to talking to the little girl's mom, and we introduced ourselves and everything. And so I was asking her, what middle school is your daughter going to? And she was telling me how her daughter's in the GT program, and she's choosing between two different programs, and they got it narrowed down to this program. And I instantly, instead of going, oh, okay, I felt bad because my kid wasn't in a GT program and she didn't have as many choices, because I knew right then and there, like, my kid only has one choice of school to go to. My oldest daughter, she's going to be going to middle school / intermediate school this fall. And in this school district, if the kids aren't in like some sort of gifted program or any other kind of specialized program, they go to a specific middle school. But unfortunately, the middle school is only like 6 or 7 out of 10. And so our options are limited. And it just got me thinking, as a parent, could I have done more? You can test your child to see if they qualify for the gifted program. And we had her tested, and she's a smart girl. She gets good grades. She's a good reader, but she doesn't qualify for the gifted program, and that's okay. And that's what the program directors say. Like, when you test your child when you get your child tested for the gifted program, don't feel bad if they don't get into the program. Like, it doesn't say anything negative about your child and that, they're not enough. So they do give that advice, and they just say that, the children that test well on the gifted program just think differently than the average person, and it makes it easier for them to grasp higher concepts, which I understand. Not to toot my own horn, but I was in a few gifted programs when I was a kid, but I didn't think anything of it. On the other side, as a parent, I was thinking, like, did I not do something? Could I have done more? Could I have like encouraged the giftedness in her to blossom or something? Like, did I miss something? And it really got me wondering, like, did I take an opportunity away from my kid? Because now she can only go to the school that for some reason has a 6 out of 10 when both the elementary school is a 8 or 9 out of 10 and the high school that she would go to is also very good. So I don't know what's up with the middle school, the intermediate school. I'll have to look more into that to find out why it rates so poorly. But I was just feeling away because I felt like there was something that I didn't do for my child to make it so to give her the best opportunity. And when I know full well that someone could be, very academically oriented, very smart, get lots of great grades, but end up not doing so well in life further down the road. And then you have people who don't do as well in school that get off the couch, don't scratch the... He likes to use our couch sometimes as a scratching post, and I gotta spray him with the water. What was I saying? I was saying that there are some people who don't do as well in school, who don't get the best grades or average grades, and they end up doing really well in life. So my brain is trying to kind of think through, this isn't the end all be all, of her education, because my daughter is very smart. She does really well in school. She's gotten an honor roll in the past. She's a good reader. Creatively, she's very imaginative. She writes well. I feel like I really shouldn't worry about this, but I can't help it since she's going to be going in middle school, and this is uncharted territory for me, and it's new for me. So maybe I'm putting a little bit of my anxiety about what's to come, about the unknown onto, her in this situation. But I was just wondering, am I the only parent out there that feels like they didn't do enough to prepare their child? But my husband had a good question. He was like, well, what more could we have done? I guess, there's this mathnasium program nearby where you could electively take your kid for math classes. My daughter is not going to do that. Even if I try to force her to do it, she's not going to apply herself because she doesn't want to be there. If she truly needed the help, which at some point over this past summer, she did need a little bit more help with her math, and she did a 2-week class at her school with her teachers, going over some of the math that she needed help with. So, and she understood that was a good thing for her, so that she gets a better grasp on what they're learning in school. But to put her in a whole nother program where she does nothing but work on her math, I know my kid, she's not gonna want to sit there and go over concepts that she might know just so that she can, excel in math. I've never tried it, so I'm not completely sure, but she has come home a couple times and told me that a few of her friends have gotten into the gifted program at school. And I was like, well, how does that make you feel? She's like, I'm happy for them. I was like, are you sad that you didn't get into the gifted program? She said no. So maybe I should just leave it at that and not think too much about it. But as a parent, as a mom, I can't help but want the best for her. But who's to say that being in GT is the best for her? It might be the best for those other children, but it might not be the best for my child. Yeah, it's really confusing because I don't know how. It's really confusing to me how I feel about this topic, because while my oldest daughter doesn't qualify for the GT program, but then I had my youngest daughter tested, and she tests off the charts. Like, they don't recommend her for the GT program. So if high scores don't matter, then it's something that I can't really quantify that they're looking at that does matter, and how they evaluate students for the GT program. And I guess I really don't understand what those are, but is it worth it? You know, like, my little daughter tests off the charts. That means academically she's doing well. She's understanding her concepts. You know, she's an above average reader for a first grader. I think that she has really good critical thinking skills, and she is very resourceful. I do believe she thinks out of the box for a 6-year-old, but it's just not. She doesn't meet the criteria for the GT program, so it's really difficult to kind of understand what they're looking for. But whatever they're looking for, my kids don't have it, and it makes me feel bad that they don't have it. But not everyone has it, you know? Like, Steve Jobs is Steve Jobs because his brain worked differently from ours, you know? There's some people that their minds work differently, and I'm going to choose to believe that that's what they're looking for. And my kids are normal kids, normal, good, you know, everyday kids who will contribute to society and the world in their way. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. It is what it is, and I can't make her something that she's not, and have a mind that she doesn't have. And what she does have is amazing. She's an amazing girl. She's funny, kind, smart, creative, imaginative. You know, she's doing karate. She's in choir. She's learning Arabic. She's learning Japanese. Like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to be pushing her towards, you know, playing an instrument. I don't know. She has a guitar. She has a drum set. She's not musically inclined. I know some parents force their kids to do it, but I'm not in the camp of forcing my kids to participate in something they just have no interest in. If after they try, they're not interested. My oldest daughter, for example, she's been swimming since she was 5. She did competitive swimming the first year we moved here, and she just is not a competitive person. She doesn't really thrive on competition like some people, and I strung it out as long as I could. I was like, stick with it. And maybe, I was thinking maybe something in her was, she would have a spark or develop, her appetite for competition, but it never happened. It just made her miserable. And I don't want to force my kid to be miserable just to make a point to say, hey, like, you stick with something even though you don't like it, and you got to see it through to the end, and maybe you'll develop a love for it. I don't think it helps their self-esteem to feel like they can't do it and I'm being forced to be here anyway. Hopefully with their new karate classes, they will enjoy this more. They don't have a belt yet, and their masters, that's what the teachers are called, told them that you don't get a belt, you have to earn your belt. And so I'm hoping that as we journey through the karate lessons and stuff like that, that they will, especially my oldest daughter, will develop a sense of competition and determination and self-motivation and working towards a goal on her own, and not having me. I don't want to have to push her. I want her to be self-motivated and strive for it for herself and not for me, which is why she said she stayed in swim so long, even though she wasn't happy. So I want her to want it for herself. You know what I mean? If you want a belt and if you want to progress from level to level, then she knows that she has to put in the work. And I'm hoping through karate, she will develop that sense, if that makes sense. She will develop that skill, that ability, if that makes sense. All right, guys, so I think I've rambled and ranted long enough. That's my little kitchen table talk. Join me next session when we talk about, raising a tween girl who is 10 going on 18. All right, guys, see you in the next one. Bye.